The first 5 minutes of your workday determine whether you struggle with focus, experience low level anxiety, burnout, and lose overall drive for the work, or whether you show up authentically, think strategically, get rewarded for the impact you deliver, more importantly, actually enjoy your work. So in this video, I'm going to give you the exact same 5-minute system that helped me to move from mid-management roles to senior executive role, earning more than $250,000 a year and becoming recognized as a trusted leader in corporate. But more importantly, it reignited my career mojo, gave me clarity, confidence, and momentum. And I have seen the same transformation happen with hundreds of professionals and clients I have worked with as a corporate leader and a coach. Before we deep dive, here's something I want you to consider for a second. If you're someone who already have a solid morning routine, start with 5 a.m. wake up, journaling, meditation, exercise, cold plunges. Feels powerful. By 9:05 a.m., your Zen state is gone. Stress takes over, your calendar starts dictating and controlling how your day actually gonna go. Because the real driver of your career isn't your morning routine. It's actually how you start each work day. So this video is not your typical aesthetic morning routine. It's for the individuals who are already performing but feeling reactive, burnout, and slightly disconnected from their full potential. The routine is a simple structure, takes under 5 minutes, but when it's done consistently, it changes how you show up at work, and that changes your career outcomes. So let's unpack them. The first 60 seconds. Most high performers open up their laptop already performing the polished voice, the composed face, the acceptable corporate version. But underneath of all that, the real person is already exhausted before the first meeting starts. It's like showing up in a theater, putting on costume, and realizing you haven't even decided which role you're going to perform today. So you defaulted back to yesterday's performance. So this first minute is exactly designed to interrupt that default pattern. So ask yourself, if I show up today as my most authentic self, not the polished corporate version, the real me, what would I say, do, and prioritize differently? Write one sentence. What would you do if the mask comes off just a little today? An example. If you're an over-agreeable leader, you might write down, in today's 10 a.m. call, I'm going to push back the project timeline by 3 weeks with the evidences and information we have collected. Because I know it's super unrealistic to achieve anything meaningful before that. But I've been keeping quiet for some time. Another example, if you're an invisible high performer, you might write down, today I'm going to share the strategic idea that I've been sitting on for some time. I've been waiting for the perfect opportunity, the perfect circumstances. But today I'm going to share with everyone in the team meeting and ask for others to provide a feedback on. One honest sentence, and your entire day now has a center of gravity, and that belongs to you. Now, this first question alone will already shift something in you. But the next 60 seconds, that's even more powerful. Step 2, the strength audit. This step is not your typical gratitude practice that you have seen it before. Forget listing 3 generic things that you're grateful for. That's too abstract for your high-performing mind that's already scanning for what's broken, what requires. Instead, ask more specifically, what's already working in my work, my team, my own capability, that I'm moving past too quickly without acknowledging it. It's similar to going to a gym and looking at the weights that you can't lift yet, but without realizing how far you have already come. Fun fact, did you know our brain registers threats 5 times more vividly than our strengths? It's similar to when you walk into work every day, telling the gap already, where you are currently and where you think you should be. This step is exactly designed to break that pattern so that you start from a baseline of abundance rather than lack and limitation. If you do it consistently, I can guarantee you'll communicate with more authority, think clearly, and will make better decisions under pressure. Let's see an example. Let's say for last couple of weeks, you have invested a lot of time at work to train up new team members who join your team. So you might write down a statement like, I built real trust with my team members this year. They always seek my guidance and feedback on anything important that we deliver. That makes me really happy and feel valued. Another example would be, let's say last week I handled a very unfair escalation without ever losing my composure. And that's the version of me I didn't have 5 years back. But until now, I didn't stop to notice that. So now you have your anchor and the baseline. The next 60 seconds decides in advance who walks into the rest of the day. Let's see it. Step 3, the identity lock. Pick one word that's going to decide how you're going to show up today. Not what you want to do, instead, who you want to be. Are you going to be someone who is present, focused, curious, excited, collaborative? Pick the word that will anchor as a pre-decision point before you show up for the rest of your day. So write up that word on top of your task list. This will act as a reminder when you start feeling reactive so that you can come back to that state. This is an identity lock step, a pre-decision that you already make to yourself before the chaos starts. Let's say you have a back-to-back meetings in your calendar today. Your word might be present. So every meeting you go to, you come back to that word, present. How can we be more present in that meeting? Not doing multitasking, not looking at your phones, not looking at your laptops, just completely focusing on the person who's speaking. 3 steps in and we still haven't opened up your... The next 90 seconds turns everything that you have done in first 3 minutes into results that actually your manager can. Step 4, the calendar commitment. Look at your calendar and your tasks list. Find one task that connects you with your anchor. Step 1, block 30 minutes in your diary to actively work on that task before all the reactive work start to fill up your calendar. Most people let the busy work to dictate their calendar instead of making time for most important projects and the work that actually moves your career forward. For me, usually I try to allocate first 45 minutes of my day to focus on tasks and projects that are important and meaningful for the organization, but also helps me to move forward with my career. An example would be, say I have an hour between 2 to 3 p.m. meetings. So I might write down, once I finish my 2 p.m. meeting, I'm going to allocate next 20 minutes to write up feedback for the project so that I can share with the team for their consideration before I open any more emails or group chat. The key message is you'll never find more time in your already busy calendar unless you create some space there. So before the world gives you their priority, whether it's your boss, your colleagues, or someone else's problem to solve, you need to decide a priority for yourself. So block out some space in your calendar each day to work on the projects, to work on the tasks that actually deliver results and move your career forward. There you go. 4 steps under 5 minutes. The anchor question, the strength audit, the identity log, and finally the calendar commitment. Before you even open up your emails or Teams chat, the morning routine industry has been teaching us how to optimize the morning hours before we show up to the work. But that rarely moves our career forward, gives us the recognition, the energy, or even a sense of direction. And that's the power of this 5-minute morning routine that helps you to show up as yourself, not the performer that everyone expects. Try it tomorrow and let me know in the comment section below. What is that one word that helped you to show up more authentically? What is that one thing that working really well in your career, but till now you haven't stopped to notice? Also share in the comments, do you have a similar system that you're already following and getting real benefit? Please share with us. If this message resonated with you, consider subscribing to this channel so that we can continue to make videos and spread the message. Until next time, I'm rooting for you. Keep showing up for yourself. Take care. Bye.